General Eisenhower informs me that the forces of Germany have surrendered to the United Nations.
By early 1945, Germany's military situation was on the verge of total collapse. Surrounded, Adolf Hitler took up residence in the Führer bunker in Berlin. During the final weeks of the war, Hitler married Eva Braun. In less than 2 days, the Soviets were 1,600 feet from the bunker. Berlin would soon collapse. Hitler and Braun went into Hitler's personal study. Eyewitnesses reported hearing a gunshot. Hitler and Braun committed suicide. Their bodies removed and burned to avoid their corpses being made a spectacle of. Many stories claim both Hitler and Braun escaped Germany and began a new post-war life in South America. Did Adolf Hitler fake his own death?
Dieses Volk zu erhalten ist unsere heiße und höchste Aufgabe.
Examining declassified FBI and US military intelligence files, a key piece of evidence is Hitler's body. The news of Hitler's death came from the German side. Upon receiving the news, Stalin demanded proof and sent in a specialist team to recover and confirm Hitler's corpse. After several interrogations, the Russian team was led to 2 burnt bodies. The bodies were so badly burnt, the only forensic evidence that could be used as identification was skull fragments in conjunction with dental records. The dental work was confirmed by Hitler's dentist. The Russians now had proof that Hitler was in fact dead. However, the facts soon became misinterpreted. There were many inconsistencies throughout the interrogations, including the time and date of Hitler's death. There were also many reports of seeing Hitler alive. U-530, a German submarine, was reported to be dropping off passengers along the Argentinia's Atlantic shore. Hitler and Eva were considered amongst them. U-530 was eventually surrendered. However, the captain did not explain why he was in Argentina and why he took over 2 months to surrender. The crew's papers were also missing, along with the ship's log. Argentina had a large German community. Hitler had also accumulated a large amount of wealth from stolen treasures, enough for him to survive quite comfortably in the remote Alps of Argentina. But what about the bodies recovered by the Russians? It was believed that Hitler had several body doubles, many of which had similar dental work. In 1970, the remains of Hitler were cremated by the KGB, with only the skull fragments remaining locked up in archives. Modern DNA tests on the skull fragments determined that the skull in fact belonged to a female. The skull also had a bullet hole. Eva Braun committed suicide using cyanide. So whose skull did the Russians actually find? With the secret nature of both the Nazi Party and the Soviets contributing to lack of physical evidence and various eyewitness reports, much of the evidence came from the Germans firsthand, and with many of Russia's secrets still classified, Hitler's death still remains shredded